Hello, hello. Juliet and Sharon, you are here with me already. Welcome. Good to see you both. How is everyone doing today? We are here for episode X of the ABCs of Packing Light. We have X, Y, and Z left. Crazy. So good. All right, if you're tuning in, say hello in the chat, and if you're stopping by later, let me know by leaving a comment. Okay, I am Brooke, the founder of Her Packing List, a site that helps women to pack light and travel confidently. The ABCs of Packing Light is where each week I choose a new word from the next letter of the alphabet and talk about how it relates to packing light. We have done 23 episodes already. I think this is episode 24. Yes, and we have just a few more to go before the end of the year and the end of the series. Amazing. All right. So, today, episode X, scary letter. Scary letter. Any guesses to what the word for X could possibly be? Because it was pretty hard to pick. I was like, X, xylophone. So, episode X, crazy. And if you have any ideas for maybe a series you'd like to see after the ABCs end, leave me a comment, let me know. I'm all ears. I'll probably take a break for sure. But if there's another fun series we can do, I am open to it. All right, episode X. Any guesses? I'll give you just a second. If there's any. If not, I will go on ahead. Because, again, super hard letter. Super hard letter. All right, well, I'm just going to go on and let you know what it is. Today's word for episode X, friends, is X-ray. Episode X is X-ray. How fun. Episode X is X-ray. Okay, so, all right. So one area where packing light can be a little bit annoying is during airport security. So the X-ray part of today's episode. Do you like how I did that? Yeah. Okay, so if you have everything with you, you're packing in a carry-on, you're packing, maybe your personal item only, but if you're packing in a carry-on, you're going to have everything that you have with you if you're not checking a bag. And it sometimes can make the process of going through airport security a little more finicky. Okay. In this case, it is so much easier to have checked your bag, your main luggage, and then just have like your essentials in a tiny little, personal item, right? So that's maybe one area where you could argue that packing light is not as great, but it doesn't last long, right? It does not last long. This small inconvenience does not outweigh the benefit of packing light and carry-on only and having everything with you, right? Being in control of your belongings, okay? And we'll talk more about this for sure. So let's talk about 4 ways to make the X-ray part of your travel experience easier. especially, when you are packing light and you're going to have basically everything that you have with you. All right? Okay, the first way to make this process easier is to check and pay attention. I'm not talking about check your luggage. I'm talking about check the procedures before each and every trip. Okay, different countries might have different requirements, okay, for going through security screening. Pack for the strictest requirements to save yourself time and frustration, okay? Don't guess at sizes. Never guess at sizes. If they say you can only have 100 mils or 3.4 ounces as your container size max, make sure every container that you are bringing with you is definitely that size or smaller, okay? All right? Now, the pay attention part is to pay attention to notices in the security line. All right? Pay attention to what's going on while you're waiting in line. Look ahead, see what's happening, listen, and hear if an agent is calling out any directions, instructions. Pay attention, okay? Some airports want you to remove your liquids bag. Others don't. It's great when they don't. It's great, right? But you have to pay attention, if you need to pull it out, pull the liquids bag out, it needs to be accessible, right? And agents can, change the rules on you. They have that capability to give you a new instruction, right? So if they're shouting, pay attention. It just makes it a little bit easier if you can prepare more in advance of getting up to the actual line when you have to do whatever you need to do, all right? You don't want to hold up the line. That's the worst. Okay, the second way to make the security/X-ray portion of your trip easier is to obviously pack with security in mind, right? You want to pack thinking about it, okay? You want to have easy access to things that might need to be pulled out, like your ID, like your toiletries, like your electronics. Okay, you don't want them hiding in the bottom of your bag and you have to pull everything out to get to them, because that is a recipe for security line stress and disaster, right? Not disaster, but it adds to the stress of the experience, and we don't like that. We don't like to have stressful travel experiences here at HBL. Okay, so make sure you have these types of things at the top of your bag or in an outside zipper pocket or somewhere where you can get to them easily, at least until you get through security. After security, you can put them in a different location if it's better for the overall travel experience of your luggage, hauling your luggage around, okay? Let's see. If even if you pack light enough, if your toiletries bag is small enough, if, these things are small enough, right, you could pull them out of your bag, have them in your jacket pocket while you're waiting in line, and then they're even easier just to pull out of the pocket, put in the tray, okay? All right, you also want to check your packed bag for how easy it is to get things out and back in. Or you want to test this out in advance, okay, before you get to the airport, while you're still packing your bag. Pull out your items, see how easy it actually is, and see how easy it is to put things back in. Right? Does everything fall out when you try and pull out the one thing that you might need to get out for security? Right? Is it easy to get things back in? Because it's super stressful to repack your bag at the end of security when you're also trying to put your shoes on, when you're also trying to put your jacket back on, when you're trying to put your scarf back on, and you've got all these things in the tray that you're trying to clear out too. All right, it's just a little bit stressful. Different airports, different lines are also more stressful than others. All right, so just keep that in mind when you're packing light and you do have everything with you when you're going through security. We want you to pack light, right? I want you to pack light, and I want you to have things with you as a carry-on at minimum, if possible, right? So just think about these other things as well while you're packing to make the process even smoother. Okay, the third way to make the security/X-ray experience better is to dress for the occasion. Okay, think about what you're wearing. All right, so I want you to have the optimal travel day outfit that is comfortable for your transit experience, that has pieces that are useful for you when you are on your trip. Okay, but you also want to think about this time in your travel day, getting through airport security, right? So can you wear shoes so that they are easy to slip on and off if you're somewhere where you need to take your shoes off for security? Okay. Can you loosen your laces, before you get into line just enough so that they can slip on and off? Is that something that you can do? Test taking them off and putting them back on while still standing. Is it easy? All right, there's not always benches available for you. Sometimes the benches will be full of other people trying to put their shoes on and repack their bag, okay? So can you do this while still standing? That will make things easier as well. You also want to think about your layers. You want to think about, the clothing that you're wearing. We love layers for travel. Layers are amazing, but think about how they will work when you're going through security, all right? You'll probably need to take off your bulky outer layers, jackets, coats, big cardigans, and stuff like that, right? So, think about that. And if you do have something like, if you're traveling in winter and you have a coat and you have a scarf and you have a hat, and these aren't things that you really accounted for, including inside of your luggage, so there's not room for them, maybe can you have a little stuffable shopping bag that you toss these things in while you're going through the airport? Is that something that you can do? That'll make the whole process of going through security even easier. Just put the little baggie onto the tray through the security check. All right, can you maybe clip your jacket to the outside of your bag, while you're waiting in line? That way it is easier to go through and put things in the trays, instead of having to take that off and then take it off, right? The fewer layers that you wear that, when you're going through security, the less chance that you will get held up or hold other people up in line, okay? And then also remember, if, to not wear maybe, or, belts. Anything with metal is something that you'll probably have to take off. So think about that as you're going through security. You can also have these things in your bag, and then while you're going through security, and then afterwards put them on and wear things as normal. Okay, so think about getting through the line. All right. Okay. And finally, it's going to be a quick episode today, I think. Our fourth way to make the whole X-ray experience of your trip easier when packing light is to pack lighter. Yeah. All right. So, yes, we want you to be able to be in control of your luggage when you travel by being able to take it all on the plane with you. And that means taking it all through security checkpoints with you as well. But packing in both a carry-on and a personal item, or even just a carry-on bag, can be a lot of stuff to juggle. It can be a heavy weight to have to pick up, lug around, take up and down stairs, whatever. Like, it can be a lot of stuff. It may not sound like it's a lot of stuff, but it is. It's actually a fair amount of stuff, potentially. If you've taken my packing class, my ultralight packing class, you will know that a carry-on bag alone is a lot of space. So if you're having a carry-on bag and a personal item, it's going to add up. You might feel very weighed down, and it's going to make getting things out and managing them while going through security check a little bit more stressful, okay? So the lighter that you can pack here, the easier it will be. The easier it is to be organized and find what you need without drama when you have less stuff to go through, to maintain, to hold on to pick up, to all the things, okay? So the lighter that you can get, the better and easier it will be. Okay, if that sounds great to you, definitely consider checking out my ultralight packing course, HPL packing method, HPM as we like to call it around here. Okay, so packing smaller, packing lighter will help you with pretty much everything on your trip, right? That's what we're all about here at HPL. We're about packing and traveling with less stress and less drama. Okay. All right, well, that that pretty much does it for me today. All right, that is episode X of the ABCs of Packing Light. And our word today is X-ray. All right, we only have Y and Z left. I cannot believe it. All right, so if you like what you heard, if it resonated with you, please like this video and leave me a comment letting me know. And be sure to tune in next week, same time, same place, for episode Y. Once again, I'm Brooke from Her Packing List, and I want you to reach your packing light goals. Be sure to check out herpackinglist.com for more great packing tips and advice. All right, friends. Thank you so much for tuning in with me today. Take care. Have a lovely evening or a lovely day wherever you are in the world. All right. Bye, everyone.